Now, the entire country is officially under the influence of the monsoon season here in South Korea with heavy downpours and strong winds. How to remain safe during this one? Let's turn to Professor Jin-ho this morning. Welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining us. So last year we saw so many sporadic showers and downpours, so often. Will we experience something similar again this year?
Well, we are right at the peak of the summer monsoon, the rainy period of the summer. So whether or not we're going to have a rain today, tomorrow, it doesn't matter. We are going to see those types of sporadic showers and downpours. So like this morning, we did have a bit of rain in Gwangju area, but likely in the next week, we expect that kind of a rain after another one in whole week. So just prepare for kind of the rainy days in the coming weeks.
Right. The past few days, it's been on and off. And we've seen subway stations every year being flooded and cars being, stuck in flooded streets. Circumstances that affect many people in the central region who have to commute every morning, every night. Professor, if we do have to take public transportation, what do you suggest that we do?
Well, first of all, you have to check your weather forecast more regularly these days. So I know it's extra things to do in your daily routine, but this is going to help. And then after you hear the forecast, prepare things accordingly. For example, you need to check where you got flooded in the past, because those areas will get flooded again. And then, if possible, you have to avoid those routes that flooded in the past, like underpass and so on like that. So just take the extra caution as much as possible.
So keeping ourselves updated frequently on those weather updates. Now, is there any way we can keep ourselves from heavy rain, especially for those living in an apartment or those living in semi-basement flats that we have here in the country?
Well, as I told you, you have to check your surroundings. Like, for example, your sewage system around you. If there's anything stuck in the middle, you have to clean that by yourself or just call somebody to help. And then when the forecast say that there's going to be too much rain, it is best to stay in the safe places, not in the underground places. So, so because of that, you have to watch this weather forecast carefully, and then the government warnings and so on. When the time comes, just avoid and then stay in the safe place as much as possible.
Right. Sounds like prevention is the key as always. Now, how long will this monsoon season last this year? Until when?
Well, the monsoon season is about a month long. That's what we usually kind of study in the textbook.
Right.
So meaning that we have a minimum 2 to 3 weeks to go. Of course, it depends on where you are. Like Jeju will end it a bit earlier than Seoul. But, even after this, the monsoon, the rainy part of the summer, we are going to have hot days in late part of July and August. So, in these 2 months, July and August, the weather is going to be the key, important things to watch for.
Right. When talking about harsh weather conditions during the summertime, we have to talk about typhoons. They're usual but unwelcome guests every year. Should we brace ourselves for for some strong ones this year as well?
Well, we have to wait until like late July to tell you more. But the things happening over the Atlantic is very far away. But the Atlantic Ocean has a Category 5 storms, which is the earliest Cat 5 storms on record over that region. Meaning that when the tropical cyclone is developed, because the ocean is so warm, there's a high chance to be very, very, grow as a strong one. So, we have to watch it carefully, but the season is likely at the end of July to August and early September. So, not right now, but we need to watch carefully for that.
Right, Professor, you mentioned this earlier. It's not just the rain. Heat waves will be on the way shortly after the monsoon season. The question is, how hot will it be after the monsoon season comes to an end? I mean, temperature-wise, will it be as high as 40 degrees Celsius, some say?
Well, it is very difficult to tell how high it can go, but we certainly expect to have those hot days. And like according to the KMA, just released a report on the June. The last month is the climatic characteristic. The June was the warmest on record. So of course, it doesn't mean that July will be the warmest or the August will be the warmest on record, but we just have to embrace that we are going to have hot days, and then you have to find a way to stay safe. For example, drink enough water for when you are outside, or stay in the shadow areas as much as possible. So those precautions will help.
Definitely. Stay hydrated. That's the key point. All right, Professor Yoon, thank you so much for joining us this morning. You have a wonderful day.
Thank you very much.